Today's video is huge because Black Friday just happened, so I decided to treat myself and get the last bit of AERO that my car has or can be applied to. This is the first time I didn't do a front lift, so what I decided to do was carbon fiber fangs. The only problem is they don't fit as well as I thought they would. I'll show you guys what I mean in this just a second. But the best news is that now I can still lift up my car, and that's the only reason why I didn't do a front lift. My car was already so low that if I did a lift, there'd be no chance in hell I'd be able to raise it again.
So these are definitely different than the ones I've seen before, but they are, as you can see, for an F-32. The only problem is, well, I'll show you. It's almost like they're being resisted up. So truthfully, they don't fit as well as I'd hope. There's obviously going to be some sort of gap that's still there. They're not going to sit super flush, but yeah, that's the only bad part. Now, if you try to get front fangs yourself, they're always a cover. It's just the ones that I got have this weird middle insert that really applies a lot more pressure onto the bumper. Okay, so I already laid some 3M here. Gotta heat it up because it's so cold. There goes nothing. This is it. Oh, that is not. Y'all see where this is supposed to actually be? There's no way it actually can go on there. Yeah, kind of sucks, but I don't think that's going that way. And wow, they look amazing. But let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. I think the fangs just do so much more than just a lip.
Now, obviously, the great part about having these fangs is that if I ever want to do a lip, I still can. I just have to attach it from the bottom part.
But there was still one more thing missing.
The last piece of AERO for my car to ever have. I'm obviously 6'5". These are a good 8 feet. These are the side skirts. They're a little flimsy, but these are photocarbon fiber. I didn't want anything too dramatic. These are supposed to just give a little bit of something. However, don't really know how they're supposed to get on, except there are screws here. So I'd assume these are probably gonna get screwed into the side profile bumper, or the side skirts that are OEM, that are actually on the car right now. So besides AERO, I also got this. It's just the oil filter housing cap. So I just gotta change that out from the OEM one. It's gonna look probably 10 times better. But firstly, it's installing these side skirts, and since I don't think there's self-tapping screws, which I'm about to check off camera, I think the best bet is just to take the whole OEM side skirt off. Because if that happens, then I can actually just line up the holes correctly.
So yes, you could just lift up the car and drill the side skirt in, but I decided to take off the side skirt instead. It's only held up by 12 to 14 little plastic nuts that are super easy to take out and put back in. Matter of fact, this comes out with just clips, so you just have to pull on it from the rear and it comes completely straight off. It's very simple and super easy to put back in.
Now, many of you might be saying, if you had to drill the holes, why didn't you just drill it from the bottom and keep the side skirt on? Ladies and gentlemen, does it look like I would be able to fit a drill under here? No. So it has to happen.
I love BMW, but sometimes I just wonder, like, what goes through an engineer's mind or an architect's mind of saying, like, we need 20 screws to, then not even real screws, plastic cheap little barely 20-cent screws to hold up a side skirt. Anyways, we're gonna clean this off, and then I guess it's time for drilling. Now, taking this piece off makes the job 10 times easier. It only makes the sides about a 15-minute job or so, since you're taking out about 14 little screws, drilling the holes, putting in another 14 screws for the carbon side skirt, and then putting in the other 12. So realistically, it's a really fast job, and it's super simple. Anybody could literally do. You don't have to jack up the car and then drill it that way. 14 screws and 4 hand clamps later, side skirts on. I did this off camera within 5 seconds of recording the last clip. Thought it'd actually be a lot harder, and turns out that popped in stupid easy. Now it's the fun part of screwing in these stupid little cheap screws. And just look at that. Wow. I'm gonna tell you guys, side skirts are very underrated. I wonder if there's something I can get for like the back part here to make it a little bit more aggressive, but honestly, maybe I just don't even touch it.
I can see you from behind you.
Now, I think we can all agree this car has transformed significantly.
Just to mention, with every first install, especially if you've never done it before, there's always gonna be a hiccup somewhere. And I will say, one side's cleaner than the other. It's not a matter of like, from here you can tell, it's a matter of if you get down low and you really look. So, it looks nice from here, but then if you slowly get towards the middle, you can definitely see the screws and everything, so it's not the most flush it could have been, especially on this side, but it's not like someone's gonna be like, oh my god, it's not flush at all. Because then, you know, the passenger side over here is literally perfect. It's how it was supposed to be. Granted, again, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, if you look at a real race car, nothing's perfect on it, especially with carbon fiber. But when you're doing a body kit like this, it's nice to be a little bit better. But again, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, again, it could have been better. But, you know, with everything, there's the coulda, woulda, shoulda been betters. So, whichever. So I'm gonna bring this car outside. You guys are going to see what this looks like. This is the first time I've ever put side skirts on a car, let alone a full AERO package on a car. This is also the first time the car's been in the garage. With the exhaust. That's so loud. This car is just really stunning, man. I definitely probably liked it better without the side skirts, but the side skirts are just like that extra little flame.
And it's finally time to implement the last cosmetic thing for this video. The oil filter housing cap.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know, this is the only thing that's gonna get replaced. So this comes out in two pieces. Well, technically three if you have a filter in it. So you have the cap, you have the center part, and then you have the filter. I just need the center part and the filter. This thing is gonna get thrown out because I freaking hate it. It looks disgusting, it looks ugly. Thankfully, there's no upgrade for the oil filter housing, but there is an upgrade for the thermostat, which eventually, when some other upgrades come, pointing over in this direction, this will get changed out. Most of this stuff will get changed out. Basically all the cooling. But anyways, we're gonna put this in. I mean, there's really, I'm just gonna show you what it looks like after, because it's this simplest thing. That looks so good, man. It's just the little things. I want to talk to you guys real quick because I know a lot of you probably are saying like, why do you keep putting money into this N55? Well, here's my theory on this. Yeah, the 340 is probably way better to invest money in because it's so much more reliable, but this thing has 63,000 miles on it, and I am maintaining this thing like stupidly well. Oil changes frequently, replacing things when they need to be replaced. I mean, I'm not racing the car by any means. I do pulls every now and then, but it's not like it's gonna destroy the engine. Like, it's perfectly, like, it's doing really well compared to my N54. Granted, that one had double the miles, not triple the miles. Nobody can just really afford a 340. Most people probably have a 335 or a 435 or a 535 like I used to. So it's like, to have an N55, it's something that's less expensive, may not handle as much power, but still looks as cool, and you still get to do all these different things and relate to the people that have a 335i or a 435i. And those people that really want to upgrade this one, well, let me just tell you, the N55, in my opinion, sounds amazing compared to the N54. Doesn't handle almost power, but oh well. The B58, I do love the sound, not sufficiently amazing, but then the S55 and S58, obviously amazing engines. Matter of fact, let me know in the comments down below. I found more carbon fiber, so here's the thing. I don't want to replace things that don't need to be replaced. There's a difference between adding things, but actually replacing things is another story. I found a CTS carbon hood. It's $1,500. I could put that on. I think it would make the car look really cool. But then I also found fenders, $1,000 for two. I don't do street racing, but this is just a project build. So it's like I put so much money into this, and yeah, I'm on the fence about it. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Believe it or not, there's still more things coming. We just have to wait, because now it gets into the really serious money.